Oh, it's much easier. It's much easier. Like it's black and white. There's no arguing with it. And even players' memories of a game, when you show them the video, they go, "Oh, I thought it was something else," or "I thought there was somebody there blocking the way." And you can really explain them. And sometimes people are making the same mistake. We had one player at the start of the season who was actually, she didn't have the ball under her control, but she was turning her body and the ball would slip through her hands because she was thinking about what she was doing before she had the ball. And we could show her the clips. This is it happening repeatedly, and that it's not happening now. And that's been a huge advantage to us as the season goes on, because maybe 2 slip balls a game, it's not 2 slip balls a game. We're going forward with the ball instead of being turned over maybe inside. So we're getting a lot of real-time benefits. You can also focus on things like tackling technique. If players are giving away too many frees or we're conceding frees at a particular time, the video will show them, here's what's going on. We're slapping or we're pulling jerseys or hands on the back or whatever. And all that helps just build up the picture for the player. I'm a firm believer on, like, if the players can learn it themselves. We keep talking about coaching players rather than managing them. Like, we're not teachers, we're coaching. So it's how we get them to kind of buy into a message. And if they can create the message themselves and tell me this is how the opposition play, this is how we can counteract it, that's far more beneficial than me standing at the top of the dressing room and going A, B and C. Because it's coming from them, I'm empowering them, they're empowering themselves, to be honest, and they can see the success of it. And the more success they get, the more they see the message coming out of the videos and the analysis, I suppose the more they buy into it. We've just found it very, very useful. Like, it's been a huge kind of education for us. I think at the start we were a bit daunted by it, but actually it's very simple software, very intuitive, and sometimes you spend 2 minutes fiddling around and you come up with the answer. And I'm a 55-year-old man. The 20-year-olds on the team are doing it instantaneously, so I think they've really found it intuitive, and that was the biggest surprise for me, because I was a bit intimidated at the start. I see all this software and tools and so on, what do I do with them? But it falls into place very, very quickly.
I suppose with Performa, it's really helped us this year. The first year we've kind of gotten bored with it, and it's been a great asset to, I suppose, our team. I would look at it, I suppose, my own play, and then as a team play as well. I would put together a lot of our highlights after matches and stuff like that, just so we can focus on the positives as a team. And I find Performa is really helpful because one of our selectors can go through and clip the game, so I can go through either myself, see all my scores or see all my possessions of the ball, or I can see all of our highlights. So it's much easier for me to kind of compile them all together, to be able to put the highlight reel together for the team post the match. But I kind of like it for myself to be able to look back on my own possessions and see if I thought I did something well or didn't do something so well, that just be able to go back so simply and check and see. I think it's a really great help. It's a really good feature.
Really just started using Performa over the summer. Found it sort of tremendous change, moving away from lots of manual pen and paper, collation, distribution to the players, spend a lot of time just purely on crunching numbers and analytics and as I said, just the bureaucracy of sending that out. So the transition to something that simplifies the collection, eases the way of getting it out to the players, because the players are really chomping at the bit to find out what did the game look like, and getting to that easily and quickly has been the biggest boon that we've seen, and is starting to allow us to actually spend a little bit more time on actually what's the analysis, what's the message that we want to get across to the girls, and the ability to do that has been a big change.